Hi. I'm a doctor in natural medicine and a researcher in kidney health. But more than that, I'm someone who's walked alongside hundreds of people trying to win back their kidney function step by step, lab by lab. Today, I want to sit down with you and talk about how you can start improving your GFR number, no matter what stage of kidney disease you're in, even stage 5. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. In one of my recent videos, I spoke with Mark, a 54-year-old man who was already on dialysis. He felt like there was no way out, until he decided to take control. By using a scientific, personalized approach, tailoring his diet, supplements, and lifestyle to his unique body, Mark didn't just stabilize his condition, he actually reversed it. After only 4 months, he was able to come off dialysis completely. And here's the part that still gives me chills: when I talked to him just 2 weeks ago, his kidneys had improved all the way back to stage 3. That's real progress. So naturally, the question is, how can you do the same? The answer is simpler than you might think: by focusing on what works for you. So many of you loved my last video about personalization, and that's exactly what we're diving deeper into today. Because personalizing your kidney treatment can truly be the difference between ending up on dialysis and getting your life back. In this video, I want to guide you through what works best at each stage of chronic kidney disease, just like what Mark did. He found the right combination of supplements and strategies designed specifically for stage 5, and that's what helped him turn things around. Remember, there are 5 stages of CKD, from stage 1, where your kidneys work almost perfectly, to stage 5, where dialysis is often necessary. Each stage feels different. Someone in stage 2 might not notice any symptoms, while someone in stage 5 might be struggling every single day. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people being treated for the wrong stage 4 treatments for a stage 3 patient, or vice versa, and that can make all the difference in your recovery. So today, let's make sure you don't fall into that trap. Let's go step by step and talk about what truly works for your stage of CKD. And please watch this video all the way through. Even if you're in a later stage, the early stage steps are essential too. Every stage builds upon the one before it, and your kidneys deserve every bit of that care. How to beat stage 2 CKD. So, what should you do if you've just been told you have stage 2 CKD? First, take a deep breath. I know that hearing those words can make your heart drop, but if you've been diagnosed this early, consider it a blessing in disguise. Stage 2 is rare to catch, and that means you've been given something very precious: time. Time to act, to heal, and in many cases, to stop this disease before it ever shows a single symptom. Most people who find out they have stage 2 CKD learn about it in one of 2 ways: either a scan shows some signs of kidney damage, or a routine test picks up a bit of protein in the urine. Whatever the reason, your next step is simple but powerful: find out what's causing the damage, and address it directly. For most people, that means getting control of things like high blood pressure, diabetes, or obesity. For others, it might be an autoimmune issue such as IgA nephropathy or glomerulonephritis. But no matter the cause, your body has an amazing ability to repair itself when you give it the right support. At this stage, you don't need to go on a strict low-protein diet, but leaning toward more plant-based meals can be incredibly helpful. Plants help calm inflammation, balance blood sugar, and ease the metabolic stress that quietly wears down your kidneys. Combine that with overall good habits: clean eating, daily movement, good sleep, no smoking, and minimal alcohol, and you're already doing more than most people ever will to protect your kidneys. There are also a few supplements worth thinking about at this point, not because they fix the kidneys directly, but because they help the root causes of the damage. For example, if you struggle with high blood pressure, adding nitric oxide boosters or CoQ10 can make a real difference. And remember, keeping your blood pressure under 130/80 is one of the most important things you can do to preserve kidney function. At stage 2, medications for blood pressure are still generally safe and effective, but as the disease progresses, those same drugs can start to cause more harm than good, so the earlier you stabilize things naturally, the better. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss it. You're still early in this journey. And that means you have every chance to change the story from here. How to beat stage 3 CKD. So, what should you do if you've just been told you have stage 3 CKD? First, I want you to pause for a moment and take a deep breath. I know this can sound frightening. Stage 3 feels heavy. But I want you to know something very important. This stage is not the end. It's the moment where you can take back control. If stage 2 is about catching the cause, stage 3 is about managing the toxins that start to build up when your kidneys aren't filtering as well as before. These toxins are the silent troublemakers. They slowly wear your body down unless you step in and take charge. At this point, many people start noticing changes. Maybe your urine looks different, your blood pressure fluctuates, or you feel a little more swollen or tired than usual. That's often what leads doctors to dig deeper and discover stage 3 CKD. So now the real question is, how do you personalize your treatment from here? When you reach stage 3, it's time to go beyond just controlling the cause, like blood pressure or diabetes. You also need to start caring for the kidneys themselves. That means focusing your diet, lifestyle, and supplements on reducing toxin buildup and easing the kidney's workload. Once your kidney function dips below 60, toxins that were once cleared easily begin to linger. Things like urea, creatinine, and nitrogen compounds. The key is to lower the amount your body produces every day. And that starts with what's on your plate. At this stage, diet becomes your medicine. It's time to gently transition toward a low-protein diet. Foods that were once perfectly fine, like lean meats, fatty fish, and dairy, now become heavy for your kidneys to handle. They create the very waste your kidneys struggle to remove. The less of that waste you produce, the lighter the load on your kidneys, and the longer they'll keep working for you. There's another reason to ease up on animal protein. It's closely tied to blood sugar problems and insulin resistance. In my experience, almost every patient who shifts from animal-based to more plant-based meals notices better blood sugar levels and more energy. From stage 3 onward, careful protein management isn't optional, it's essential. Even the latest medical guidelines confirm it. Patients on dialysis later on will actually need more protein, because dialysis removes those same toxins directly from the blood. But until that point, the less you produce, the better. And let me tell you something inspiring. Mark, the man who went from stage 5 all the way back to stage 3, did it through absolute dedication to his diet. He tracked every calorie, every gram of protein, every bite. That level of awareness changed everything for him. So if you're in stage 3 right now, this is your moment. You can slow down this disease or even begin to reverse it by getting intentional about what you eat, how you move, and how you support your body's detox process. And remember, we still have 2 more stages to talk about, the most serious ones. But knowing how to protect yourself now may mean you'll never have to face them. So, what should you do if you've just been told you have stage 4 CKD? I know this is a hard moment. Hearing stage 4 can feel heavy, like the road ahead is suddenly steep. But please, don't lose heart. This is where things can get more complicated, yes, but it's also where small, consistent choices can make a life-changing difference. Stage 4 is really all about managing the complications that come with reduced kidney function. It's often when people finally start to notice symptoms, things like fluid retention, swelling in the legs or ankles, shortness of breath, changes in urination, or even that dull kidney ache that just won't go away. Some people also struggle with sleep, fatigue, or muscle cramps. But here's something I want you to remember: everyone's experience is different. Not all symptoms show up the same way, and sometimes they can be misleading. That's why regular testing is so important. Tests tell us the truth about what's going on inside and help us catch complications before they cause more damage. So let's talk about how to beat those complications one by one. 1. Anemia. This is one of the most common and overlooked problems in stage 4 CKD. When your kidneys slow down, they produce less of a hormone called erythropoietin, and without it, your body can't make enough red blood cells. The result? You feel tired, cold, or weak, even after resting. If you're in stage 4, make sure your doctor checks your iron levels regularly. If they're low, it's time to act. Add more iron-rich foods like lentils, beans, seeds, and dark leafy greens. A renal-safe multivitamin with iron can also help. But if anemia has already set in, you may need erythropoietin, EPO, prescribed by your doctor. Don't let this one slide. It's essential for your energy and healing. 2. Metabolic acidosis. Now, this one doesn't always show up with symptoms, but it's serious. Metabolic acidosis happens when acid builds up in your blood because your kidneys can't remove it fast enough. You'll only know if it's there by testing your serum bicarbonate levels. If that number drops below 23 milliequivalent/L, talk to your doctor about taking bicarbonate supplements. But here's the key: the real solution lies in your diet. Excess acid in your blood often comes from what you eat, especially meat, fish, dairy, fried foods, and processed junk. These are what we call acid-forming foods. Even if you take sodium bicarbonate, it won't help much if your diet isn't cleaned up. The body needs balance, and that means lots of fruits, vegetables, and plant-based meals to neutralize acidity. 3. High potassium, hyperkalemia. This is another hidden danger in stage 4 CKD, and it's closely linked to metabolic acidosis. When acid levels rise, potassium can also spike, and too much potassium can affect your heart. Here's something that might surprise you: it's not bananas or avocados that usually cause high potassium. It's meat. Yes, animal-based protein creates the kind of metabolic environment that pushes potassium higher. So when you see someone online saying, "Avoid all fruits," please take that with caution. I base what I share with you on current, evidence-based CKD research, not fear or internet myths. If your potassium levels rise above 5.2 milliequivalent/L, talk to your doctor about reviewing your ACE inhibitor or ARB medications. Sometimes, adjusting the dosage can help balance your levels. 4. Mineral and bone disorder, CKD-MBD. This is another big one. When your kidneys stop maintaining proper calcium and phosphorus balance, it can lead to weak bones and calcification in blood vessels. That's dangerous, but it's also something you can control. The first step is to avoid phosphorus-heavy foods, meats, fish, dairy, and processed foods, especially fast foods and colas. Instead, your doctor may recommend calcium carbonate to help keep phosphorus levels in check. Some people use Tums during meals, but I prefer plain calcium carbonate supplements: no sugar, no additives. Let me be very honest with you here: every one of these complications, anemia, acidosis, high potassium, and mineral imbalance, has the power to push kidney disease toward failure if ignored. But when you monitor them closely and treat them early, you can slow, stop, or even reverse much of the damage. So get tested regularly. Listen to your body. And remember, stage may 4 feel like a battle, but it's one you can still win with knowledge, care, and consistency. You're not powerless. You're just in the part of the journey where precision matters most. How to beat stage 5 CKD. I know this is one of the hardest things anyone can hear. Stage 5 is the point where most people are told they'll need dialysis, or that it's time to think about a transplant. And I won't sugarcoat it, this stage can be incredibly tough, both physically and emotionally. But here's what I want you to hold on to with both hands: hope. Because even here, even in stage 5, there are reasons to believe and to keep fighting. If you're on dialysis, do it faithfully. Show up for every session. Each one is a bridge away of buying your kidneys time while science and medicine keep moving forward. And if you're on a transplant list, stay there. Miracles happen every single year. And right now, something amazing is happening in kidney medicine. Breakthroughs that once sounded like science fiction are actually becoming real. For instance, stem cell therapies are being tested in real patients today, and some of them are showing jaw-dropping results. One woman who was once fully dependent on dialysis is now living with nearly normal kidney function, thanks to a treatment made specifically for her. And then there's something even more groundbreaking: xenotransplantation. You may have heard about Richard Slayman, the man who lost all kidney function and even lost his first human transplant. But he's alive and well today, living with a functioning kidney from a pig. No dialysis. No waiting. Just life again. And he's not alone. On April 12, a woman named Lisa Pisano from New Jersey received both a kidney and a heart pump from a pig, and she's recovering beautifully. This isn't the future anymore. It's the beginning of a revolution. So if you're in stage 5, please don't give up. The treatments of tomorrow are already arriving today, and every day you hold on brings you one step closer to something truly life-changing. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Stay strong, stay faithful, and never stop believing in your body's ability and in the power of hope. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.